they're trying to be like, you just own being a white knight, and I'm like, nah, I will persist in continuing to deny it at all cost. How about in contrast, you own being a bully? How about that much? So I wanted to say what I wanted to say about the whole thing and the accusation about the whole thing. Now, I will dispute the accusation on the grounds that a real Stan would not give a shit about the truth. I'm on the side that I am because it's consistent with my position on almost every other political hot button issue, which is, hey, let's follow the evidence where it leads us, even if it leads us to some places that we don't want to go. Because a real scientist would be swayed by the weight of the evidence and go in the direction that the evidence pointed in, even if it wasn't necessarily what they wanted to hear, or their studies started showing results that did not confirm their prior suspicions, which is a huge part of how everybody else fucks it up because they arrive at a position and then look for evidence to support that position. Whereas with me, I just think that we should follow the evidence where it leads us, and where the evidence thus far has led me in the Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni drama is towards skepticism that he actually did it. Observations in the whole drama shitstorm that's happened. Well, I mean, Blake Lively is hypersensitive about her weight. There's that. She distorts genuine compliments into commentary about her weight all the time, which goes to show that it would be just like her to distort somebody inquiring about her weight because of the fact that they would need to do a lift scene, into some kind, despite having back problems that, were known about, prior to the show even being, shot. Like, this is information that was pretty much publicly accessible about Justin Baldoni. It's not the first movie that he's been in, and interviews with him would reveal that he's had back problems for a long time, and this was not new information about the guy, but no, it should distort that into fat shaming her. It would be just like the way that she confused flaws. I forget I don't know how to pronounce her first name, but her that other girl that complimented her about her pregnancy, congratulations on your bump, basically saying congratulations on your pregnancy in translation, having observed it, and Blake Lively basically, trying to fat shame her in response. This is, Blake Lively's like view that turnabout is fair play, but Blake Lively didn't understand the social situation she was in. Obviously, she felt persecuted when she wasn't really being persecuted, and it only goes to show ultimately that it would be just like her to distort, that whole situation into sexualized harassment. Like, this person has a tendency to project her own insecurities onto situations and then misinterpret the situation that she's in, and blow things out of proportion into a complete misunderstanding. That video that was passed around about on the set of It Ends With Us the other day, where the video went around about what happened on the set. Yeah, she tried to use that video to say that, you know, this is proof of all of her allegations. And I was sitting there, I watched it, I was face palming, and I was like, did we even just watch the same video? Because what we saw does not corroborate your story at all. You know what it And if you think it does, it only goes to further prove the fact that you project your own thoughts onto situations when in fact the situation at hand could not match the situation that you're in at all. you know your misinterpretation of what's happening, which is a I don't know what else to say. It's like, you know I'm said to have autism and everything, and I was diagnosed formally in 1999. But I'm sitting there like even I understand these social situations and would not have read them the way that she did. You know, it's it. People tell me all the time when I interact with them that they can't tell. Even when I do something that's a little bit like I guess you could say people want me to go away. Eventually, like just reading body language, I figured out and solder off myself. I'm not really that intrusive. I mean, when people don't want me around, I can usually tell pretty quickly and then get out of there. It's not a big deal. I don't, you know, I try not to be rude. You know what I mean?